everyone, it's Shell from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. Today's day 19 in the 2023 Countdown to Christmas series, and the technique for today is to create a card using a sketch. The sketch that I'm using is from Pinterest, and I just drew it out real quick here so you could see what I was going after. I did have a couple of other sketches in mind, but this is the one that I went with. We're going to be starting off with a piece of white cardstock that measures 4 by 5 1/4. I'm running some light kaolin clay all over the back, which will help reduce the static on the cardstock, get any oils off of there so that the embossing powder only sticks to areas that we want it to. I'm bringing out my stamp wheel from Altenew, and I'm going to place that piece of cardstock down into it. The background stamp from MFT, that's called Christmas Background, we're going to place that over top of it, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on this stamp wheel. Now, this is a red rubber stamp, which is thicker than the photopolymer stamps that I normally use. Didn't even think about that when I used it. Normally, when you use one of the stamping tools like the Misty, there's a foam in there that you take out. I probably do have to take out the grip mat, which kind of defeats the purpose of the stamp wheel, but it's probably what I'm going to have to do. It did stamp for the most part. I concentrated the pressure around the edges because we are just going to be using the edges. The middle kind of gets cut out, so I didn't worry about that too much. So I'm pressing down on the areas, and then when I lift the lid up, I try to tilt this into the light, and I can't tell if it's embossed or not. So I go ahead and pour the embossing powder over top of the entire background and put a scratch piece of paper underneath of it. This way I can tell if it embossed, if any of the embossing powder sticks to it, and most of it did, so I was fairly happy about that. I'm going to put the excess back into my jar, and then I'm going to heat my heat gun up off to the side, and once it's nice and hot, I was going to go in and go ahead and emboss the background. So while you're watching me do this, I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about this series. Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations and I are doing 25 days of projects. She and I have totally different styles, so you'll see the same theme, technique, stamp set, etc. done in 2 different ways. We drop videos every Monday and Friday. There's also a giveaway, so make sure you check out the intro video that is linked in my description box, as well as Marie's channel, because she has a lot of great projects over on her channel, but also she has an intro video that will talk all about the rules to be entered into the giveaway for herself. She and I have both reached major milestones during the series, so we're giving away some extra prizes, so make sure that you are following along and know how to be entered to this. So thank you guys so much for watching. We're having so much fun, and I can't believe it's almost over, but we still have a lot of great projects, so make sure you stay tuned. I found this piece of Lawn Fawn pattern paper. This was actually from the mystery box from I think 2 years ago. And I'm taking some Rustic Wilderness and going over the green because I didn't like the color that they had. But I've done this in the past where I've actually changed it to a blue and a green, and it looked so pretty, kind of like a night sky thing. And I loved it. So I thought, let's just go ahead and do this. And because the silver on here is embossed, it will resist the color. So all you have to do is take a rag, and it can be slightly wet, and go over the snowflakes and they will be silver. I'm going to go ahead and use that same Hero Arts wood grain frame that I used for, I think, the last video. And I'm doing it out of silver foil paper because I thought it looked so pretty last time. I love this. I think I'm going to frame like everything with these wood frames. They're so, so pretty, especially with this foil paper. So I'm putting it on top of the snowflake paper. In the original sketch, it looks like there was a piece of cardstock behind the original image, but you can change it up. You don't have to do the exact same thing that they do. So this card base is from a Hero Arts kit. It's some black cardstock that measures, now that I scored it in half, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. I'm taking a piece of black and white houndstooth paper, cut down to 1/8 of an inch smaller than the card front. and gluing that down with some Bearly Arts glue. Once I have all 4 sides with even borders, I'm going to press it down, and then we're going to get ready to cut down the embossed paper that we created. I just took the top left corner and about a third of the way down of the paper in my trimmer on the right hand side and created a triangle. So it was the top left corner to about a third of the way down on the right hand side, cut that out of my trimmer, and then did the exact opposite to the bottom, right to the about a third of the way from the bottom on the left hand side, if that makes sense. And I just created 2 triangles. I used Bearly Arts glue to go ahead and glue them down. This star is from a pack from Hobby Lobby, and I got it last year, I believe. I used some stickles in silver to go over the top of the snowflake just to give it some sparkle. This one was actually something that I had done a while ago, and it was in my desk, and I thought that it would look perfect with this silvery card that I was doing. I'm then going to go ahead and take my foam tape and put it onto the framed piece, and then pop that onto the front of the card. I wanted to make this the centerpiece and give it a little bit more height and just make it more the focus of the card. So there's the sketch, and then there's my card. That's it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and you're enjoying this series. Leave comments or questions below, and I'll see you again real soon for another video. Bye!